Man, it all starts with my dad being a college football coach. He started his tenure way before I was born, but I was born in Conway, South Carolina. He was the defense coordinator at Coastal Carolina. So him being there for 13 years and next stint at Western Carolina for a year, and then started his next stint as head coach at Catawba College in Salisbury, North Carolina, as a head coach. That's 12 years. And then, fortunate enough, my mom lives there, and that's how our story started. So it was really easy transition from being at home in South Carolina and then moving to North Carolina because all my family was already there to begin with.
A lot of people have you in mock drafts going to the Panthers.
Right.
What would that mean to you to play for? Like, was that the team you're growing up, or what did it mean to you?
Right. It's a great opportunity just to stay at home. My family's there. I don't have many family members that don't live in North Carolina or South Carolina, so it'd be a great opportunity for me to go to the Carolina Panthers.
Jalon, you're a very versatile guy on defense. Would you like to be used as more of that chess piece guy that bounces all around in the NFL, or looks like that?
I feel like I'm better at being that chess piece. I feel like playing multiple positions, at being an inside backer, outside backer, and sometimes playing that nickel star Sam, that position. I mean, that increases my value and increases the team value as well, just because you never know where I'll be at in the game plan for that week.
What kind of feedback have you gotten from the NFL on that subject?
A lot of teams want me to still be in that position of playing multiple positions for their club, so I'm excited for it. Right, coming in, Nolan Smith was my older brother. Him being that leader of that team for the Georgia defense in 2022 meant everything for me. So his guidance and his mentoring throughout the years was great for me, and I really appreciate him very much. I do. Just for the person and player he is, he's a relentless player, and I feel like we're wired from the same place.
Jalon had said the late return of University of Georgia. You start with the 1 year, and here you are, first round draft pick. How did you go about maximizing the first year you started?
Right. I know time is the enemy, and you don't get a lot of it. So my time at Georgia, I had a plan for going into my junior year to make sure I'm in this position by the end of the year. And so taking my preparation through the preseason and going towards the training and attacking it with all efforts and attacking the playbook and making sure I'm in the best environment for myself to set myself up for success going into the season. Excuse me? It's like no other. You're not going to get a more passionate coach that cares about you in all realms in anything. He gives his all every day. You won't see him with a down day at Georgia, and I appreciate all his guidance and his love that he gave for me, and especially for everybody here from University of Georgia.
You're a pretty squared away guy, but did he even get on you?
It don't matter if you a coach, staff member, player. You could be a guest at the practice. Just best believe if you're on that hot mic, it's for a reason. So I've been on that hot mic plenty of times. I don't. I mean, if I did, I'll tell you we'll be here for hours. So.
Have you spoken to the Saints yet?
I haven't. I haven't spoken with the Saints yet.
What do you feel? I know you said being a chess piece and you want to try that. Do you feel playing one position that what is the favorite position you have?
I'm a ball player, so just being on the field is my favorite position. I mean, just being everywhere. You just don't know that anticipation of being at the outside backer one snap, and then being an inside backer in one snap, and then being a star the next snap. It gives me the comfort of that they don't know what element of surprise is going to hit them next. So. Man, a tomahawk steak. Yes. I feel like I played with plenty, so.
Have teams asked you weirder questions than that? Or what's the weirdest question you would ask in an interview?
Man, I haven't gotten any weird questions, but I surely was prepared for it. That's probably like the weirdest one I've got about the food, so that's pretty cool.
Are you planning on the draft?
Yeah, I do plan on attending the draft. I feel like that opportunity for me and my family is very big and special because many players don't get that opportunity to do so. And sitting there, going to Green Bay, having the opportunity to walk out there and greet the commissioner is like no other. So. A great player. I feel like Damon will do a great job of being at Missouri. I know his hard work ethic. I know the way he attacks things. I feel like he'll be squared away at Missouri.
Jalon, talk to you from you guys about this process.
Right. It's great to have a lot of NFL friends, and in that sake, all the University of Georgia guys that were here the year before, getting guidance from them of what to expect and how the schedule's going to be set up and who you're going to talk to and how everything's going to be set up. So with their guidance and things like that, I feel great.
Have you met with the Panthers?
I have.
How'd that meeting go over the place?
I think it went well.
How was it to play?
I haven't.
When you look at your game, what would you say is the biggest area of improvement that you'll become, like a star?
I feel that my biggest improvement throughout the year is just me being on the field. I mean, it was a big growth gap from my sophomore year to my junior year, but I feel like my rush game has improved throughout my 3 years at Georgia.
Have you met with the Raiders?
I haven't met with the Raiders. Oh, I have met with the Raiders. You're correct. Yeah, I have. It was well.
Talk to me about Brock Bowers. Tell me about what you saw from him last year. That was a historic rookie season. And do you have any practice battles?
Yeah, me and Brock, crazy enough, me and Brock had class together. So we would drive back. I would drive, me and him, drive back to the facility together. And, he's a great guy, great individual, just not on the football field, but as a person. I feel like his success at the Raiders is no surprise just because I know the way he worked at Georgia. I just know the way he's wired. He's different to begin with.
How would you describe your game?
Different. You're not going to find a lot of guys that will be at 4 positions in one series. So I feel that makes me the different chess piece that no one else can compare to.
Outside of your physical ability. How did your time there?
My time at Salisbury High School meant a lot to me just because I had all my family members be at every game, near or far. For any sport, basketball, track, they were there. And the way that Salisbury High School was already connected with my family, I just felt like being there built a bigger power of being there at Salisbury High School as
You
well.
won a national title, but Tiny Dawkins told us at the Senior Bowl it's tougher to win an SEC championship than it is to win a national title. Can you put that into perspective and what this year meant for you to win that title?
Right, winning the SEC championship, I do believe it's harder to win the national championship just because winning that SEC starts week 1. You have to work day in, day out for that SEC championship because there's, like you've seen in the playoff, there's multiple teams in the SEC that compete in the playoffs. So just having that, so many contenders for playoff contenders, the SEC is where the talent is, and I feel like the SEC is a lot to deal with throughout the season. So,
Have you met with the Giants?
I have.
What did you think of your conversation with Brian Davis?
I feel like it was well. I feel like the conversations for them is wanting me to be that outside linebacker role, and I feel like whatever they do, they'll make the best decision for their club. It's been a long week, so I wish I could tell you.
Jalon, will you be a full participant tomorrow in terms of on-field drills and on-field testing?
I'm not. We'll be waiting for a pro day or a later date to compete.
Jalon, who's the toughest guy you went up against Georgia? I asked Mike a minute ago about his welcome to the Georgia moment. He talked about Browder putting on his ass. Who did that to you when you came in?
Man, I have to say my first welcome to Georgia moment was me being a mid-year and going against Zamir White. So I'm sitting there and we have a thing called thud. So he comes running through the hole 1,000 miles per hour, and I'm sitting there like, oh my God, there he goes. So he came about so quick. So I feel like that was my welcome to Georgia moment.
Jalon, who do you think are the top 5 linebackers in the game?
I can't even say, just because it's different for me because I deem different players as linebackers. So and I might not deem myself as a linebacker myself. So who knows? I just play the game to the fullest. So.
Have you never been to Green Bay? What are your thoughts on going there?
For the reason I'm going there, I do anything just to get to Green Bay. I don't know much about Green Bay, but just because the draft is being held there, I can't wait to get down there. So. Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly, just hearing those names, just being in North Carolina, those names speak wonders. And of course, Thomas Davis being a former UGA Bulldog, we made that connection earlier in my recruitment, and ever since then, we've been growing ever since. So.
Keep up with your Georgia teammates who are on the Eagles. It seems like there are quite a few of them. What do you think of possibly playing with?
I don't know about the possibility of playing them. I don't know what the Eagles will do for them, but I got the opportunity to head down to the Super Bowl and got to cheer those guys on, and I do talk to them very often. I feel like all the Georgia guys stick together so well that when we see each other, there's no long distance or anything like that.
Are you happy with how they're doing the NFL guys like Carter and Smith?
All their success is no surprise to me, just because I know the way those guys are wired and the way they work and the talent that they've been blessed with. So, thank y'all.